I've got some facts, I've got some knowledge, but after all those years in school, when it comes to love, I'm still a fool. Teach me once before you go. Teach me why I want you so. Teach me how to make love go. Teach me everything you know. Teach me. Teach me everything you know.
So, Kenny, just to double check, you are going to be my campaign manager for the election, right?
Nicholas, you've asked me that question, what? 100 times? What has my answer always been?
I'm busy. Get away from my mirror.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay, I'll run your campaign.
Great. There's no way I can lose to Peterman now. What do you think of this? Nichols, the candidate for honesty.
I don't know. Honesty, it's so confining.
That's exactly why I need you. We'll talk strategy tonight. See you, Dubček.
Hey, Dubček, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I mean, I stand here and I look at myself a couple times a day, and sure, I think I'm handsome. But sometimes my sense of self falters, and I need someone else to confirm my beliefs. So? Well, you think I'm a good-looking guy?
Oh, sure, definitely.
Now, Dubček, when I seem confused or depressed, or if the world seems to be weighing heavily on me, I'm gonna need you to remind me of what you just said. It'll pick me up. Hey.
Hey, Askew.
Hey, guys.
Something wrong?
Yeah. I just got a call from my dad. He's coming to Winthrop next week to visit his son, the successful, well-respected scholar athlete.
Whoa, I didn't know you had a brother here.
I don't. That's the problem.
Well, wait a second. Where would your dad get the idea that you were so important?
I don't know. I guess I just let it slip out. I mean, the lies started small. Dad, I made the swim team. Pretty soon I was taking credit for everything.
Like what?
Well, put it this way. If you asked to see my first novel, you loaned your copy out.
So what are you gonna do?
I don't know. I gotta think of something. I mean, if either of you guys have any ideas, look, I'd really appreciate it, okay? I mean, day or night, no matter what, I'll listen to anything.
I have an idea.
Not now, Dubček. I gotta go think.
Excuse me, sir. Yes, Mr. Askew.
Yes, I wonder if you can give me some advice about getting involved.
All right, play it cool. Never wear musk. Oh, and don't meet her parents unless you're really serious.
No, not about women. I mean about getting involved in school activities, like clubs or something.
But you've been here since the 9th grade, Mr. Askew. Is there any reason that you've just now finally decided to do something?
Well, sir, I took stock of myself, and I didn't like what I found.
All right, let's see. Well, is there anything that you're good at? Are you athletic?
Yeah, I used to play hockey when I was a kid.
Great.
But I wasn't any good. The other kids only let me play for one reason.
Your puck?
My rink.
Well, here's a list of all the Winthrop activities. Why don't you just pick one?
Okay. Latin Club. What's the Latin Club?
Well, at my high school, it was 2 guys named Hector and a crate full of Valencia oranges.
This is no use, sir. I mean, I'm not good at anything. I mean, I'm not even that smart. I mean, all I got going for me is that I'm rich, good-looking, and people like me. I mean, what can you be good at if that's all you got?
Politics?
Kenny?
Which of these pictures should I use for my campaign poster? One where I look shy and demure, or this one where I look studious and intellectual?
I'd say go with the one without the piñata.
Good choice. I'm glad you're running my campaign. What else should I do?
First of all, we got to give you an image. That's for sure. You can't come across as insecure and asthmatic. You have to show them that Albie Nichols is a man with ideas.
Ideas? Yeah. Like television in the common room.
Exactly.
And health textbooks with photos rather than diagrams.
Yes, your name will be synonymous with progress.
You know, with you running my campaign, there's no way I can lose to Peterman. I gotta get to class. I'll see you later. Oh, ask you. Here, have a campaign button. Self-adhesive.
Friedman, I'm glad you're here. I've decided to run for junior class president, and I need your help.
Well, let me get this straight. You're going to run against Nichols?
Yes, and you're going to be my campaign manager.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh, no, I'm not. You know I'm running Nichols' campaign.
Come on, you work for Nichols, and what do you get out of it?
What do I get out of it? The satisfaction of helping a friend.
The satisfaction of helping a friend.
Yeah.
What's that worth on today's market? Look, let's put it this way. My dad is a captain of industry. Nichols' dad sells cheesesteaks. My dad can give you untold riches. Nichols' dad can give you extra onions. I just don't want you to do all this hard work for free. So, just consider this an advance.
I can't take this. Nichols is my... Is that a decimal point?
Comma.
What am I going to say to Albie?
Don't say anything. Buy him something.
Okay, that's it for today.
Oh, no, it's not, Mr. Gibson.
Maybe that's not it for today.
Just a brief announcement. Junior class elections will be held next week, and as in any good democracy, you should be aware of your choices and be satisfied with none of them. That being said, the final list of presidential hopefuls are Adrian Peterman, Albie Nichols, and Boyd Askew.
Miss Lee, that whole thing about Askew running, you're kidding, right?
No, they don't pay me enough to kid. They don't pay me enough to be in a good mood.
Miss Lee? Askew? Come on. You know being class president has been a dream of mine for a very long time.
Well, at least I'm not trying to pad my record so I can get into a good college.
So? I want to go to a good school, okay? I don't want to end up at some college that advertises in the back of Popular Mechanics. No offense, do check.
None taken. Some of those colleges validate parking.
It's fine, Askew. If that's the way you want it, you've got yourself a race. Come on, Freeman. Let's start on our campaign.
Aren't you going with your candidate, Mr. Freeman?
Yeah, well, Albie, I'm really sorry about this. I wanted to tell you sooner, but,
What?
Well, I kind of told Askew that I'd run his campaign.
I asked you first, and you said yes.
I was very attracted to Askew for his ideals.
For his ideals? He bought you.
Yeah, but I didn't come cheap.
All right. Okay. So it's going to be like it's always been, right? Oh, Nichols against the world. Nichols against the majority. Nichols against major urban areas and their surrounding communities. Well, hell, that's fine with me. I'm used to being the underdog. See you gentlemen at the polls.
I don't believe you guys. But all of a sudden, you're running against Nichols.
Come on, sir. I mean, you're the one who told me to get into politics in the first place.
Yeah, but you don't start at the top. You start at the bottom. You perform meaningless, lowly tasks. Run for vice president. And you, selling out a friend.
Sir, you know how hard it is to make money around here?
Well, I hope you enjoy it, knowing what it cost you.
Damn. I really screwed up, Duchek.
You know something, Friedman?
What?
I think you're a good-looking guy.
Askew. Hey, Nichols, aren't you coming? Askew's taking the whole class out for pizza.
Dubček, he's my opponent. I have very important campaign strategy to work on.
Right. I'll see you later.
All righty.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, great. Askew and Friedman, you know? Guys you think you're really tight with. And they do this. Who's left to betray me? What, my Uncle Norman's gonna toss his hat in the ring?
Well, try to hang in there. I mean, you might not win. You might lose in a crushing and shameful defeat, but I think you'll come out of it a better man.
Sir, I can't compete with Askew. He takes the class out to pizza. The guy is running radio ads. He's buying this election. You know what I have? Huh? Post-its. You know, win with post-its. What's the use?
Hey, what are you doing? You should hold on to these.
Well, that's a good idea. So come 20 years from now, my children come over to me and say, "Hey, Dad, what's it like to be humiliated in high school?" Well, these post-its should illustrate the point nicely.
Look, Nichols, if you just try to outspin Askew, you're gonna lose every time.
Thanks for the pep talk, sir. Self-esteem is soaring.
All I'm saying is that if Askew is gonna be the rich candidate, then you be the man of the people. You show them that you're one of them.
I'm not one of them. They're rich. I'm middle class. They're handsome. I'm at best interesting looking. They're strong and healthy. I'm allergic to wood.
Here's what you gotta do. You gotta show them that you understand their concerns. You understand their problems. Remember, Nichols, you can never regret keeping your dignity.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Keep my dignity. Thanks.
Of course, that advice doesn't apply to social situations.
And I've been here 5 years, and I think that after all this time, I am deserving of a raise. Sir.
Miss Lee, I so admire your dedication. But as of 10 seconds ago, my weekend has begun, so all discussions of salary will have to wait till Monday.
But you're always in a bad mood on Mondays. If I ask you for a raise on Monday, you'll say no.
Well, you have your answer then. You can rest easy. Come in.
Mr. Litton, I need to talk with you. It's important.
All right, what is it?
Oh, now you have time.
It's about the race for junior class president. Boyd Askew is virtually buying the election.
Wonderful. Is he accepting contributions?
No, but I am.
You're saying that Boyd Askew is more important than Peterman or Nichols or any other candidate?
Not Boyd Askew. Boyd Askew's father. Boyd Askew. Miss Lee, would you kindly recount for Mr. Gibson all the reasons we at Winthrop are so grateful to the Askews?
The Askew Infirmary, the Askew Rotunda, the Boyd Askew Senior Visitors Information Booth.
And after the senior Askew visits next week, you may also be seeing the Askew Laboratory, which will house a sensory deprivation tank.
Oh, really? I thought your office was working just fine.
I'm laughing on the inside, Mr. Gibson.
What I think Mr. Litton means is that if Askew wins the election, Winthrop is one step closer to a new lab.
Very good, Miss Lee. You'll be venal yet.
Now, wait a second. You said that Askew's father was visiting campus next week?
Yes, on Thursday. But really, Mr. Gibson, I see absolutely no reason for concern. Student government here does an excellent job of teaching our young men about the realities of the democratic process.
Yeah, but it's showing them that corruption is acceptable, that money can buy political office. I see your point.
Sir, I can't see a thing. Oh, this is what the library looks like. Wow.
Mr. Askew, before I tell you why I brought you up here, Is there any special reason why you decided to run in this campaign?
To be president.
So it has nothing to do with trying to impress your father, who's going to be visiting next week.
Well, maybe a little bit. But sir, you don't understand Askews. See, Askews are leaders. And I don't think my dad wants to hear that his son's a follower. I mean, not even a good follower.
Oh, so your dad was a leader even when he was your age, huh?
Are you kidding? When he was here, he was a great student, a great athlete, a great everything.
He told you this?
He didn't have to tell me, sir. I mean, look at him. He's the chairman of a major corporation, a scratch golfer, a presidential crony. I mean, you think guys like me turn into guys like my dad? Yeah, hello.
I want you to read something.
What is it?
Well, it's a copy of the Winthrop Weekly, dated October 14th, 1956. Go ahead. Read it.
Askew suspended for campus prank. My dad?
That's right. Wait, look at this one.
Askew detained by local police. It was Askew, the dean's wife cries.
And there's a whole section on livestock that's really quite interesting.
I can't believe this, sir. This means that he was an even bigger screw-up than I am.
Actually, historians are split on the issue.
So this means I don't have to lie to him anymore.
That's right.
And this means I've been running for president for nothing.
That's right, too.
And then I'm going to lose one of my best friends because I've been selfish and stupid.
You know, it's not too late to make it up to Nichols.
But how?
Quit the race in Monday's debate.
You mean resign in front of the whole class?
Yes.
Sir, I can't drop out of the race. I mean, I spend a lot of money on this campaign. I mean, do you know what it's like to spend a lot of money on something and get nothing in return?
Sure. I get cable.
And yet does Rousseau believe that man can be self-governing? Perhaps de Tocqueville said it best when confronted with the paradox of big government against individual liberty. Now, my first slide indicates...
I'm sorry, Mr. Peterman. I'm going to have to stop you right here.
I'm not finished yet.
I know. That's why I stopped you. Mr. Nichols, your personal statement, please.
Thank you, Miss Lee. Teachers, classmates, non-union Winthrop employees. For the last 2 weeks, I've campaigned as the candidate of change. Yet, according to the polls, every faction of Winthrop's diverse student body supports my opponent, Boyd Askew. In fact, the only voters who support me are, nervous asthmatic redheads. I've run the best campaign I know how. Perhaps I should have shaken more hands, kissed more babies. But frankly, the germs. So, rather than face certain humiliation, I humbly withdraw my candidacy.
What? Wait a second, what, you're quitting?
Yeah.
I don't believe this. Since when have you been a quitter?
Well, excuse me, sir. Nichols are not quitters. We fight a good fight till every last breath has been sucked from our heaving lungs. I'm speaking theoretically.
I think you're going to regret this decision.
Why, sir? There's something you said that convinced me to quit.
Something I said?
Yeah, I mean, you did say keep your dignity.
Keeping your dignity means to give it your all, to give it your best shot.
Oh, really? Huh. Well, in the Nichols family, keep your dignity means to avoid humiliation at all costs.
Oh, come on, Al.
No, I've made up my mind. Nothing you could say is going to change it. I'm out of here.
It's really too bad, because I think you would have found the next part of this debate quite interesting.
Mr. Askew, your personal statement?
Oh. My personal statement. Vote for me? Thank you.
Mr. Askew.
I resign too.
Thank you.
That's right.
Hey, Albie, want to come to dinner?
Yeah, I guess.
Gee, I'd expect a little more enthusiasm on casserole night.
Oh, wait a second, Duke Check. I was happy to eat with you, but I'm not eating with these guys.
Oh, come on, Nichols, relax.
Relax? And what will you do if I don't relax? In which of the myriad ways will you choose to betray me this time?
Hey, Albie, I'm sorry. I made a mistake. But I didn't cash the check. And I never worked for Askew. Right, Duke Check?
It's true. Though, Friedman, you're not as attractive as you once were.
So what do you say? Can we forget it?
Oh, we can forget it. After I bury the last of your remaining kin, slate will be clean.
Okay, sounds fair.
Come on, Friedman. If we get to the dining hall early enough, we can get a table by the croutons.
What are you still doing here?
Look, I don't know why you're still blaming me. If you hadn't dropped out, you'd be president right now.
Oh, I never asked for your charity, Askew.
Well, believe me, next time you won't get it.
Good, because I don't want it.
That's great.
Hey, good, so get out.
Get out! I cannot believe you guys are still hung up on this. Now, you should have never been in the race.
I know.
And you should have never quit. You gotta learn that if you want to make changes around here, you have to be persistent. Now, like if you ask a girl out the first time and she says no, what do? Give up?
No. Make her into a symbol for all the despair in my life and lament her eternal power over me.
Okay, bad example. But the point is, so you guys are friends. And you should stay that way.
I'm sorry, Nichols.
Me too.
But I gotta warn you, I'm gonna run again next year.
That's fine, because I'm going to be running against you.
See? This is great. That's what it's all about. The democratic process, the American way. They don't lose face. Get in the race. Don't miss the boat. Go out and vote. If your mind can conceive it and your heart can believe it, then my brothers and sisters, you can achieve it. Yeah! That's cool. It's cool. I don't take it personally. Ungrateful little spoiled.
Way to go, Dad.
Okay. I heard that.